Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, a little interesting news, right? We don't want to overdo it, but the biggest fight in boxing got to be Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, right? The truth up in here. These are, two mainstays. Most people have them in both of them in the top five pound for pound. I have Terence Crawford at number one. Errol Spence actually in the top five, but I kind of have a rule where, Errol Spence is in one division. Everybody that's in one division, it's a problem to put them in the top five pound for pound because you never have seen them in fights where they had to deal with somebody that is bigger than them, right? No slight to Errol Spence. We know he's a pound for pound top five, but I don't have him in there because of that reason. That's why you just put him at 5.5, 5 or 6 or something like that, because the dude is bad. It's just, we want to see him when he faces bigger guys. Right now, that has been the case, but both top 10 pound for pound guys, the baddest dudes in boxing, like it is what it is. So we're waiting for their fight. A lot of people are going back and forth. People that do videos on the daily, come in and you can see that their videos are pretty much diluted just with informations that are not true, made up, or, just to say anything. Right, the dudes are trying to get this fight to happen, and you can tell because it's really nothing coming out of their camps. Right, so the Showtime boss, Steven Espinoza, has come out and just said, we got a little stalemate going on, but the positive thing that he said out of his statement was that both fighters are 100% on board. They both want it. It's a legacy fight for both of these guys. I've said why on many occasions. It just is. First of all, it's an undisputed fight in a welterweight division. That pretty much says it. But in terms of Errol Spence, his legacy would be enhanced. Terence Crawford, his legacy would be enhanced. When you have a fight like that, who knows? It might be a couple of them. Might not even be one. But we are at an impasse right now. I kind of have a little hint of what it could possibly be, but it ain't none of my damn business. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I just know that the fight is gonna happen eventually. But when we're talking about this money thing, you heard Bob Arum coming out and saying, well, it could be piracy. People are streaming the fights, and so they can't pay these people so much up front. Well, piracy is in every damn fight. Every damn fight. If it's not huge, people don't want to pay. I know I ain't trying to pay unless it's something, right? And when I know it's some people that shouldn't even be on pay-per-view, I ain't paying, period. And that's, I know a lot of people are thinking like that. Now listen, when it comes to all this money up front and people can't give these money and somebody's gonna have to subsidize the fight, what you're hearing, yeah, probably. But see, this just show, well, then just get off of Showtime and put both of these people in the zone, right? And I know people like the zone. I'm just saying, just to see if the zone is going to waste money on them like they wasted it on Canelo. Canelo got for 10 fight, $385 million contract to fight nobody. The zone called me up to see if I could fight Canelo, right? Called up my boy, down the street. He got a call. Gennady Golovkin got part of the zone company for fighting nobodies. They throwing away money there. But all of a sudden, these two brothers gonna fight who's obviously better than those guys, because when it comes to Canelo and Gennady Golovkin, they still have people in their divisions, right? That, their divisions with Andre and Charlo, that they refused to fight. Imagine, and when I mean refuse, because Demetrius Andrade was also signed by the Zone, and they told the Zone, we're not fighting them. But the Zone still gave them all that upfront money. You see what I'm saying? These brothers, we have a problem with upfront money. There's nobody in the welterweight division that we think's better than them. Like nobody. And the only one you might say is Jerron Boots Ennis. And he's an up-and-comer, right? All the mainstays that have been there on both sides of the street, all the undefeated people on the top-ranked sides of the street, Jose Benavidez and all that stuff, Cavalikas, I don't know if Jeff Horn at the time, Pacquiao, all them been beat already. Then on the other side, Ugas, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, all been beat already by somebody, right? So it's a big difference. There should not be an issue to give these boys some upfront money, right? But it is, because it's brothers. Bottom line, we just threw away big time money for some dudes that you know are scared to fight people. That's what bothers me. So figure out where to get the damn money. They're the best two guys in boxing, right? So get them paid, right? If not, somebody go to the zone and see if the zone will give them some upfront money to fight, right? And let's listen to Stephen F. Spinoza and just chill for a minute. That's all we gotta do, chill. You know, they'll get the fight done eventually, because like we said at the beginning of this, they both want it. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.